Because the thing is, it kind of doesn't always matter where we are. We have these experiences regardless.
Right.
And so I think that humanity is what you're gonna really take.
Alicia Keys just dropped a bomb. She allegedly caught Swizz Beatz creeping around with Lala Anthony. Yes, you heard that right. Lala, as in Carmelo Anthony's ex.
Your wish is to have a partner in the scene that is cool and patient and understanding, so it does.
The second people heard that combo, they didn't even wait for receipts. The internet grabbed torches and pitchforks like it was Judgment Day. Now, let's slow it down for a second, because there's what's allegedly happening, and then there's what we actually know. Alicia and Swizz tied the knot back in 2010, raising 2 kids together while serving up picture-perfect smiles on every red carpet. Lala, on the other hand, also married in 2010 to Carmelo, but their love story crashed after years of scandal, ending in divorce by 2021. Everybody remembers when Carmelo was accused of having a whole extra family. That mess had his jersey everywhere but the NBA court. And here's where things get juicy. Back in 2021, radio host Ms. Jones claimed she got a DM straight from Swizz's camp, hinting he was messing with Lala. Swizz denied it, Alicia stayed silent, and the internet just moved on. Until now.
You know, I can't lean on what I did before. I gotta put my feet in the paint today. And work.
That's how these scandals always work. A spark back then turns into a wildfire years later. The wild part? The story doesn't even need confirmation to blow up. Just the idea of Lala, who runs in the same social circles, being tied to Alicia's husband is enough to have Twitter clocking in like it's their full-time job. And let's not forget, whispers about Swizz being a little too friendly at industry parties go way back to 2013. Nothing stuck, but people kept receipts in the back of their minds. Then in 2016, when Carmelo allegedly fathered a child outside his marriage, Lala's world flicked upside down, and suddenly she was outside, single, and looking unbothered. And you know how these powerful men move. Soon as a woman shows vulnerability, the friends slide in to console her. By 2017 and 2018, paparazzi had their cameras ready, catching Lala at the same events as Alicia and Swizz. Fashion weeks, art shows, industry parties. Nothing incriminating, just group settings. But you know how the internet works. A photo with no context becomes a lifetime rumor. And that's exactly how this storm started spinning out of control. There's always somebody zooming in on these photos like they're detectives. Look at the body language, child. A harmless lean over to grab a drink suddenly turns into a whole college thesis about adultery. But then came 2021, and that's when things really exploded. Ms. Jones, the radio host known for serving raw, uncut tea, went live saying Swizz had been creeping with none other than Lala Anthony. She swore a trusted insider from Swizz's own camp handed her receipts. Social media went crazy. Blogs ate it up. But the so-called couple stayed silent. Lala didn't entertain it. Swizz hopped online acting like folks were reaching. And Alicia, she stayed completely quiet, which, let's be real, silence sometimes screams louder than words. Fast forward to 2025 and here we go again. Whispers are saying Alicia actually caught them this time. No photos, no leaked texts, just rumors running wild. Because honestly, it fits the story. Lala's single, Swizz has history, and Alicia is known for keeping it classy in public. That combo alone is enough to make gossip run marathons. Proof isn't even required. All it takes is a pattern for people to believe the worst. And let's keep it real. Lala could be chilling, minding her business, fixing her edges, and still end up dragged into somebody's messy storyline. Why? Because she's the perfect candidate for a scandal. First, she's been a certified beauty since her MTV VJ days, all the way through her acting career on Power. The girl has always been labeled fine. In a world where male egos are bigger than their bank accounts, that kind of reputation makes her a permanent suspect. If a man even breathes in her direction, suddenly the blogs are screaming they're linked up. Second, her marriage to Carmelo Anthony was a soap opera on its own. Nello had side scandals left and right. And let's not forget that infamous 2017 love child rumor that shook everything. Lala tried to hold it down, but once trust is cracked, the public never lets it go. Now, every time a man does her dirty, people twist it into she must be getting her lick back, even if she's not. Third, her career keeps her front and center with powerful men, acting gigs, red carpets, high-profile parties. She's always in the mix. Unlike women who stay in the shadows, Lala thrives on visibility, and that spotlight makes her the perfect target for endless speculation. And lastly, she's single now. And in gossip math, in the world of gossip, being beautiful and moving in industry circles instantly makes people assume she's tangled up with somebody's man. people don't even care if it's true anymore. They just love dragging Lala into messy storylines because her name sells every single time. But let's shift the spotlight to Swizz, because his name has never left the rumor mill, and this isn't new. His history with controversy runs deep. Swizz and Alicia's marriage already came with a side of scandal when it first kicked off. Allegedly, he was still legally married to his first wife, Mashonda, when he started linking with Alicia, and Mashonda didn't keep quiet. She went public in 2009 with that infamous open letter accusing Alicia of wrecking her home. From day one, people have been side-eyeing this relationship like, oh, this ain't built on solid ground. And Swizz? He's the definition of flashy. Extravagant cars, art shows, luxury gifts. He thrives in the spotlight. He's charismatic, loves attention, and always makes women feel seen. That's his brand. But when your brand screams ladies' man energy, temptation is always assumed to be lurking nearby. And the thing is, his past doesn't help him. Messy fallouts with exes, public battles over child support, rumors of side flings, even after marrying Alicia. All of that sticks. So when whispers pop up about Swizz cheating, people don't even wait for proof. His reputation already laid the groundwork. Now add Lala into the picture and boom, the streets have their perfect scandal. Swizz, the flashy producer with a wandering eye, and Lala, the stunning single actress who's been through hell with Mello. It's the kind of storyline that practically writes itself. Whether it's fact or fiction, the narrative is too good for the internet to resist. And here's where Alicia comes in. She has always played the long game when it comes to protecting her image. Her whole brand is built on grace, soul, and that classy queen who doesn't do drama energy. Think back to when Mashonda aired her out in public. Alicia didn't clap back. She didn't hop on Instagram live crying. She didn't even tweet a word. She just stayed calm, smiled through interviews, and poured it all into her music. And you know what? It worked. Over time, people moved on from the homewrecker headlines and instead crowned her the barefoot goddess behind the piano. Fast forward to now, with these Swizz and Lala rumors bubbling, Alicia is sticking to the same playbook, pure silence. And that's no accident. The second she speaks, the blogs will tear it apart. But by staying quiet, she keeps her hands clean while letting speculation swirl around her. The problem? Silence cuts both ways, and fans can't help but wonder. If the marriage is solid, why isn't she defending it? Why is Alicia staying so quiet? Maybe because deep down, silence says more than words. You know that old saying? Silence can be taken as agreement. And in this case, Alicia's silence protects her polished image, but at the same time, it low-key pours gas on the fire. People split it in two ways. Some call her a strong queen who doesn't entertain drama, while others see a wife quietly suffering behind the smiles. Either way, she's part of the story even without saying a single word. But here's the thing about Hollywood gossip, it's rarely about truth, it's about leverage. These whispers about Swizz and Lala aren't just harmless tea, they're chess moves. Rumors like this can distract, discredit, or apply pressure behind the scenes. Think about Offset and Cardi's drama. Every time infidelity rumors popped up, something bigger was happening in the background, like an album rollout or a legal battle. The same playbook might be at work here. Swizz is deep in the billion-dollar art game. Alicia's still selling out arenas, and Lala's hustling to lock in her Hollywood lane. One ugly rumor can rattle all of that. Endorsements get shaky, casting directors start second-guessing, and opportunities suddenly vanish. And don't get it twisted. Some of these rumors don't just appear, they're planted. Maybe it's a salty ex, a jealous rival, or even somebody close who loves chaos. In this industry, gossip isn't just gossip, it's a weapon. So when you see blogs blasting Swizz and Lala nonstop, you gotta ask yourself, who benefits? Is it just clickbait for traffic? Is somebody trying to humble Alicia? Or is it a way to trap Lala into the messy friend box instead of letting her level up? At the end of the day, Hollywood runs on narratives. And when you've already got Swizz's messy past or Lala's baggage with Mello, it doesn't take much for people to believe the worst. Now let's talk about Lala for real. She's been grinding since her MTV VJ days. Books, beauty ventures, acting gigs, producing credits. She built a whole empire outside of being Carmelo Anthony's wife. But the streets, they don't always separate Lala the hustler from Lala the ex-wife. Every time Mello's name trends, whether it's about his NBA legacy or his alleged kids outside the marriage, Lala gets dragged right back into the mess. People see her glow up, the gym body, the red carpets, the acting roles, and they whisper she only got that far because she left Mello. And here's where it gets spicy. If the Swizz rumors are true, folks flip the script, saying she traded one baller for another powerful man. If the rumors are false, people still side-eye her success and question if she's being sponsored. Either way, her grind gets drowned out by men's names. Meanwhile, Mello, despite years of alleged side scandals, still gets introduced as future Hall of Famer, with his mess treated like minor footnotes. That's the double-edged sword Lala's been stuck with for years. Her wins always get tied to scandal, while his wins stay tied to stats. So when people hear whispers about her and Swizz, it's not just gossip. It's another way her name gets overshadowed by a man's reputation instead of her own grind. And that imbalance? It's been haunting her career non-stop. And speaking of imbalance, let's talk about the double standards. When Swizz's name comes up in cheating rumors, people shrug like, well, you know how Swizz moves. But let Lala's name get tossed into the same conversation, and suddenly she's messy, thirsty, and can't keep a man? See the pattern? This ain't new. Look back at history. When Beyoncé took Jay-Z back after his cheating, folks questioned her self-worth instead of his behavior. When Jennifer Lopez moved on from relationship to relationship, she was branded desperate. Meanwhile, men like Future can father kids with half the zodiac and still get praised as toxic kings. The rules are never the same. Lala gets no grace. She stood by Melo through his NBA highs and lows, held him down, and even forgave public embarrassment that would have broken most marriages. But the second she's seen living her life, whether it's acting alongside 50 Cent or being rumored near Swizz, the dragging begins. That's the Hollywood script for women. You're either the angelic wife who suffers in silence or the villain who stole somebody's man. There's no in between. And here's the kicker. The blondes profit off those roles. Drama sells better when Lala is painted as the homewrecker and Alicia is framed as the silent queen. Nobody's clicking if it's just three successful people coexisting in peace. The double standards don't just stir gossip. They shape careers, endorsements, and future opportunities. Men can bounce back with ease. Women, they're forced to climb uphill just to be seen beyond the scandal attached to their name. But the ugliest part of all this, the kids get dragged into it too. Nobody likes to admit it, but it's the truth. Whenever cheating rumors or DNA whispers hit the internet, the children are the ones who end up carrying that baggage. Lala and Melo's son, Keon, is already a teenager out here hooping with college offers on the table, building his own name on the court. But instead of just being celebrated as Keon the baller, he has to deal with side whispers like, ain't your dad the one who, or yo mama was trending with Swizz. That's a weight no kid deserves. And it doesn't stop there. Swizz and Alicia's kids are still way too young to even understand what a cheating scandal is, but the internet already stamped their daddy's name in mess. Imagine being old enough one day to Google your parents and finding years of rumor threads. That's generational drama carved into digital history forever. And the craziest part? None of these kids asked for this. They didn't choose who their parents loved, cheated on, or left. But in the court of public opinion, they inherit all the side-eye. Same story we've seen play out with Future's kids, Diddy's kids, even Will and Jada's kids. The public eats the drama, but it's the children who pay the quiet price. That's the part of gossip nobody really admits. It doesn't just live online. It shapes real lives and even childhoods. But let's keep it real. This Lala, Swizz, Alicia, Melo entanglement, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Why? Because it's got all the right ingredients blogs love. Messy couples, shady timing, sketchy receipts, and that sharp contrast between Alicia's angelic queen energy versus Lala's spicy glow-up. It's literally like a Tyler Perry rom-com come to life, only with higher stakes. And even if all of them came out tomorrow holding hands saying, we're just friends, it's all lies, the internet still wouldn't buy it. Folks have already chosen their storyline. Some see Lala as finally leveling up. Some see Swizz as forever messy. And others see Alicia as too quiet to truly be happy. It's like one big puzzle nobody actually wants solved. And let's not forget, the culture never lets a black love triangle rest. Think back to the drama with Diddy, Cassie, and Kim Porter, or the whole Khloe, Tristan, Jordan Woods fiasco. Once the internet gets a taste of a storyline like this, it becomes its own soap opera. Lala can book 10 more acting gigs, Alicia can drop another album, Swizz can launch another beat battle, but one blurry rumor will always outtrend everything else. And that's exactly why this story keeps coming back around. At this point, it's not even about the truth anymore. It's about the entertainment value of imagining powerful people caught up in messy lives. Whether there's real fire behind the smoke or just a blog stirring the pot, one thing's clear. Lala, Swizz, Alicia, and Melo are stuck in a storyline the internet refuses to close the chapter on. And honestly, that's what keeps the gossip industry alive. So tell me what you think. Is this just another internet soap opera, or is there something deeper going on behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want more daily drama straight to your feed.